Welcome, welcome, welcome to La Casa de Cristo on this beautiful September Sunday morning. This is that which takes place in between the before and the after. This is the interlude. And a beautiful Sunday morning it is. Wow, what an amazing worship service we had at 8 a.m. We had a special children's message from Kyle Tridy talking about Royal Family Kids Camp. We had a very powerful sermon from Pastor Jeff reminding us, and he also reminded us it's never too often to remind us about how much God loves us and how much we are called to love each other. Very, very powerful sermon. If you didn't catch that at 8 a.m., make sure you stay tuned for the 9:15 service. We also had some beautiful music this morning. We had our very colorful choir. You'll see them as well. And a special guest who I'd like to bring in now on a bell tree. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Karen. God bless you. Nice to see you today.
And you as well.
So, Karen, first of all, give us a little bit of background as to why you're here. What brings you to town here? Because we don't usually see you on a Sunday morning here at La Casa de Cristo.
I actually live in Iowa, and my cousin, Catherine Ellefson, is a member here, as well as my aunt and uncle and godparents, Jack and Carol Hayden.
Very good. So you're in town for a special celebration, or?
Yes. This week was Jack's birthday, and so I brought my mom out so they could spend time together and I could come and ring.
This is wonderful, wonderful. Now, we saw you this morning at 8 a.m. We saw you last night as well in worship at the 5 p.m. service on this amazing instrument that I can't tell you that I've ever seen before. So I want you to tell us all about it, and we have many questions. So tell us the background on this instrument.
Awesome. This is referred to as a bell tree. It's when you interlock the handles of the bells and string them up and then play them with mallets. And it originated down in the South in the early 80s. A woman by the name of Louise Fryer saw her kids interlocking the bell handles to carry them to the cases. And she looked at it and she said, I can do something with that. And she started writing music for her kids to incorporate as many kids in her bell program as possible. And then another friend, Barbara Brocker, saw a performance of one of Louise's pieces and said, that could be a solo instrument. And so she birthed the solo instrument of a bell tree.
It is so unique because, you know, we've had the bells on many times here on our interlude and in worship, of course. And one of the things we always talk about is you have all these different people playing one instrument together, and now you flip that on its head and you have one person playing all of these bells. What is that like to do that?
Yeah, so we refer to a bell choir as the ultimate team sport, but now I get to solo sport, and it's a lot of fun. It allows me to travel and ring in other places, like coming here. I've been blessed to go to Wittenberg, Germany and play.
Wow.
And other places throughout the United States. So it's just a lot of fun to be able to take the bells and ring anywhere. I love to ring in the park.
So what was your first introduction with the bell tree?
It was kind of an accident. A friend of mine wanted to play one of Louise Fryer's pieces called The Journey, and we played that. And she was having trouble with the bells, the castings touching, the handles touching the castings, which deadens them. So if you look close, you'll see in between the bells, I have little clips in between them, and that's to lift the handle away from the bell casting so that you can actually hear the bell ring. I asked for some separators to be purchased, and the next thing I knew, my bell director had purchased a bell tree stand, which was like $250 back in the 90s. And I said, what's the coat rack in the bell choir room? And she said, oh, that's that bell tree thing that you asked me to get. And I was like, oh. I asked for $5 clips. She got me a $250 piece of instrument. And I said, well, we've got this expensive equipment. We better learn how to use it. So I did.
So you have the blessing of being able to play this at your home church in Iowa.
Yes, I actually play bell tree with our praise band once a month.
Wow.
Do solos and other things as well.
And tell us about the time that you went over to Germany to play.
So my husband is a pastor, and he was participating in the English-speaking ministry in Wittenberg, Germany. And I knew that they had bells there, and one of the organists in Wittenberg was from the Midwest. So I contacted her and asked if I could exchange some coaching time to be able to play at the Castle Church in Wittenberg.
Wow.
And she said yes. So I went over and I took a bell tree stand and went over and played bells with them and got to coach their choir and so forth.
And for anybody watching that doesn't know the full significance of the Castle Church in Wittenberg, what's the story there?
Yeah, so that's where Luther put the ninth theses on the door, and Luther's tomb is there. And I actually had my bell tree and the table. I solo ring as well on table. So my table was between the pulpit and Luther's grave. So if I dropped a bell, it was going to boink Luther on the head. So I had to be really careful.
Very good. I noticed you were playing together with Jeremy today. He's on the piano. You're on the bell tree. How does that come about? Did you practice that ahead of time, or?
Yes, we got together yesterday and rehearsed, so I had sent him music in advance, and of course he's an amazing artist, so he was able to pick that up very easily, and we were able to then put it together yesterday before services, and he's just a joy to work with.
Very good. One of the things we like to do on our interlude is get a little taste of the music. Would you mind playing a little bit of the bell tree for us? And Catherine will hold. Absolutely. This is Karen here. She's going to show us the bell tree. Karen, so beautiful. We are so blessed to have you in worship today. Last night in our chat room, as people were watching online, we got a number of comments about how beautiful this was. I'm sure they're coming in this morning too. So thank you. And if anybody didn't get the chance to see her already at 9:15 worship, make sure you join in. And thank you very much, Karen. God bless you.
Pastor.
And Catherine, God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing.
Cousins.
Thank you for bringing your cousin here.
Yes.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
More than welcome.
Now, I don't want to be rude, but behind you two while we're speaking, I noticed that Jeremy over here is watering the piano. Look at this. He's got a watering can with him. Let's give him the microphone. And I just want to ask him out of curiosity, what in the world is going on? Why are you watering the piano, Jeremy?
We saw that the light was blinking. There's a light down below on the piano, and it helps to give moisture, humidity to the piano, which is kind of ironic because today it feels pretty humid in the sanctuary. I'll give you a fun fact. There is a piece of wood up by the swell chamber. It's on kind of the left center side, and whenever I see that piece of wood, it kind of sticks up a little bit. Hard to show you from here, but I know it's really moist in the sanctuary when it's warping a little bit. It just
so we gotta watch for those kind of things, little tricks to keep your eye on. All right, I heard some incredible music today. We saw the bell tree here. I heard some pieces with some great crescendo to it. Tell us a little bit more about the music and worship from either Jennifer or Jeremy today.
Well, Jennifer picked a fantastic closing hymn, which inspired me to arrange a little bit of my organ music, and whenever she's feeling the spirit to play the piano, I'll beg her. It's usually pretty late on a Friday or early Saturday, because this motivation kicks in at the last second. So Jennifer, are you willing to play piano? And I'll just kind of write something out. So thanks for playing that for me.
Oh yeah, when I started sight reading in high school, I started playing for the choirs in high school, and that was the same thing. They hand you the piece, you got to play it right away, and I had to learn to count. Today I had to learn to count to 4.
Well, it's a mixed meter, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and a lot of counting.
So.
I found just some organ arrangements, and I thought it'd be fun to spice it up with Lisa over there on the timpani and some piano. Actually, a lot of what you did was supposed to be a pedal solo, and I thought I don't want to play all those pedals, so I'm going to put it in the treble of the piano instead.
Nice. I just have one thing to say. So I talked about the concerts. I want to say that Scottsdale Philharmonic is going to be here next week, and I'm actually one of the soloists.
I got that in the bulletin.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So check out our website, the La Casa de Cristo /concerts.com. Yes. And you can see all the concerts that are coming. Scottsdale Philharmonic. We have Grand Canyon University joining us at Reformation. And of course, we have Arizona Music Fest in the spring.
Lisa, on the timpanis, send us out. Thank you so much, Lisa. At 10:30 a.m. today, we're going to also have our first communion over in the gathering place. That will be live streamed as well, so join us. 9:15 for our traditional service. You'll hear that angel, or that bell tree. And then at 10:30, you will see our first communion recipients. God bless you all. This has been the Interlude.